changes here for the Hornets. Zeller, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Henderson for Lance Stevenson. The Wizards also changing it up. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Gortat. And it's Webster in for Paul Pierce. So on the floor for Washington, Webster and Nene, they're the forwards. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. And it's Seraphin in at the center position. And he's subbed in for Washington. And we saw him out here a while back. Had to fight to get his shot, but he impressed the team enough to get another 10-day contract.
Well, you know, you have to take it a step at a time if you're in his situation. And as much as he'd like to start celebrating, he needs to keep his focus and continue to find ways to help this team out.
Just 5 on the clock. They double him with Wall. Shoots from the high post, and that's good for 2. Walker's got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him. Kemba Walker, quick, got a great handle on the ball. He's a blur in transition. What I like about him, he's always looking to push the tempo for easy baskets. He's tough, not afraid of.
Wall's shot is off. For Charlotte, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Walker against Wall. Henderson kicks to Walker. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. With the shot. Offensive rebound. Here's Jefferson. Makes it off the glass. Jefferson's got 6.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward.
Pass to Z. Can't get it to go. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And one of the factors in that game was they just couldn't get to the foul line and get enough points from the free throw line to make a difference.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanked off the rim. They were letting them hear about that.
Shot's good by Walker.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Wizards trailed by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Outside, Wall. Nene, the pass to Z, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Some changes for Charlotte. Biyombo checks in for Al Jefferson. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Walker. Then for the Wizards, Juwan Blair. He's checked in for Nene. And Andre Miller has subbed in for John Wall. Henderson kicks to Zeller. Dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Here's Roberts, covered by Miller. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 5. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To the right side. Z. Henderson defending. Now the dish to Webster. Cuts it 5 from 18. That one a little long.
Take a look at the rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now on the glass.
And Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
Henderson dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Charlotte moving it around. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Henderson, no good. Wizards trailed by 5. Z, the pass to Blair. That's Biyombo with the rebound. So for the Wizards, their last game a win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And Kevin, that was an outstanding win. To get it the way they did in overtime made it that much sweeter, I think.
I agree, and I think most people probably thought that once they couldn't win it in regulation, that they had missed their best shot and overtime wasn't going to go their way. But give them credit for pulling it out.
For Charlotte, they have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And the technical free throw is good. Down low, here's Henderson. Henderson, marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice look reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with that.
No question, Kevin. Great awareness and terrific finish. Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
58 seconds left in the first. Rushes in for a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point Hornets lead.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Now the feed to Seraphin. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Washington, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. It's not very often you can say this about the future. It's looking pretty bright.
So often the season ends and you're thinking about the issues you got to deal with. But right now, the Hornets headed in a good direction.
And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Hornets lead by 10.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Well, that's an aggressive play, trying to get that rebound. Maybe a little too aggressive.
And it was totally unnecessary, Steve. He was in no position to get to that ball. He should have just conceded.
Henderson kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Biyombo down low, and he gets it to go.
The defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
That'll be a 5-second call. One second left, and misses it off the right side of the rim. The second. And a comfortable margin for the Hornets here, guys.
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning, alert and focused. And they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Z, he's in at small forward. Bradley Beal is out there with Andre Miller. Then it's Pierce. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Lance Stevenson, the all-time leading scorer in the history of high school basketball in New York State. That's something when you consider what the great players who came before him.
Yeah, to be at the top of that list says a lot about his high school career. He actually led Lincoln High School to an unprecedented 4 straight city basketball championships. There's a reason his nickname is Born Ready.
In the corner, Henderson with it. He kicks it to Williams. And he gets it to go. Williams has got the lead up to 13 now for the Hornets.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Beal dishes to Miller. The pass to Beal. On the clock. Washington needs to get a shot off here. That one rolling around and runs out.
And for Stevenson, despite their high school accolades, questions about eligibility and off-the-court issues caused many colleges not to recruit him. And after one season in Cincinnati, it's led to the second round of the draft, which has really become quite a player.
Henderson against Miller. This is it to Z. A fader. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
But for Lance, you know, he fell into the right situation in Indiana. A team that was patient, worked with him to help develop his talent. Paul George is in that starring role there for the Pacers for the foreseeable future. And I think Lance perhaps wanted to move on to Charlotte to see how he could handle being the main guy on the team.
Here's Roberts. 11 points for him in that last game against the Wizards in Washington. quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Stevenson passes to Biombo. Excellent D there from Z. Wizards trailed by 13, and Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, we all know that Lance Stevenson is fearless, and as far as he's concerned, that's a product of his Brooklyn upbringing. He says players there have a quote feeling that nobody can stop them on the floor. Former teammate Paul George said of it, that's Lance. He's a New York player. They play with that kind of confidence. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. That confidence has certainly served him well. And that one's good by Stevenson.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
Washington with the ball. 8-point game. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
No question, a lot of fans will be focused on that matchup for Brooklyn.
They get it again. And Blair kicks the wall. Z the pass to Blair. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That's his first foul.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
Webster passes to Z. Shot clock at 5. Nice ball movement by Washington. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Charlotte leading by 8. Jefferson dishes to Walker. There's 1:26 left to play here in the half. Stevenson drives in and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And let's go quickly to the 2K leaderboard to see the ratings of the best passing two guards in basketball. Lance Stevenson is second.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. They can really all create their own shot, but they're superb setup men as well.
You know, I enjoy seeing that mindset in the shooting guard where basically he's saying, I'm going to attack at all times, but if it's not there for me, I can drop a dime on you just as easily.
And Kid Gilchrist gets to Biombo. On the wing, Stevenson. Webster covering. Stevenson drives in. Biombo, the pass to Roberts. The wing jumper off target. Wizards trailed by 9. Kicks it to Seraphin. Pass to Z. It's Miller on the wing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. .29 seconds left in the first half of the game. No good from Z.
Do not like the execution at all there, Kevin.
No, it's not something that they wanted to do, Clark. It looked like they just tried to rush something up there with the shot clock winding down.
In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. Tries from 10. Rebound, Washington. Now Miller tries to snap the cold streak, and the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Z.
What a terrific job to put the release perfect that time. I thought it might get blocked or deflected, but nice stroke.
Even with giving up a lot of size in that matchup.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Hornets on top, leading by 6. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, the offense has obviously been a struggle. What do you think you could do better to make it ground on them?
We just have to wait for the right shot, really. We want to get even with them, but too often we're trying to do it all in one trip. Stay patient, keep waiting for that can't-miss shot, we'll be all right.
Thank you for your time. This one far from over, Kevin.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game. Continue to have smart possessions. Let's keep the turnovers to a minimum. That was a big boost to our offense. One thing I liked, our passing, getting a lot of assists. Unselfish passing can get us into a nice rhythm, and that's how we get ourselves on a run. Well, we talk about tempo a lot, and this time I'll bet you like what you hear. I'm giving you the green light. As fast a pace as you want to play this half is fine by me. This game shouldn't be as close as it is. We're the better team. You know it, I know it, and they know it. Now let's get out there and prove it. Check in.
I'm on.
And for Nene. Hornets leading by 12. Walker runs the point with Stevenson flanking him. Henderson out there with Williams. And it's Jefferson in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Stevenson dishes to Henderson. Jefferson setting the pick for Henderson. No good with the layup.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Z's checked in for Beal.
Past few weeks, let's see how Washington stacks up. Second in blocks, fourth in fewest turnovers per game. And they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
And Clark, let's talk about those blocks, because you know what that does? When you're a guard and you've got great shot blockers behind you, it allows you to play with more aggressiveness on the perimeter, and that can really disrupt an offense.
Charlotte's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And Walker kicks to Jefferson. Back to Walker. Pass to Williams. 6 to shoot. Charlotte no good that time either.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today. Marvin Williams, the former #2 pick out of North Carolina back in 2005, now in his 10th season in the NBA.
Outside Pierce knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Lance Stevenson. He has been filling up the stat sheet for the last month, averaging 17 points per game, 6 assists, and 7 rebounds. And those are tremendous assist totals. You don't even need the numbers, really, to see just how confident he is with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, that's really accurate, Steve. I mean, he is loving playing the quarterback.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Charlotte. They're in the middle of 5th in the conference, looking to build in the wins as the season goes on. And, of course, Washington just way behind.
Well, I think for Washington, they've just never really found their groove this season. I mean, not yet anyway. They're kind of stuck in the middle of the pack right now.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time left to find that groove. That's the problem. And unless things really come together for them soon, I think they're going to stay in kind of that middle of the pack area the rest of the way.
Miller outside. He feeds it to Seraphin. That's it, coming off an assist from Miller.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Hornets leading by 10. Here's Roberts from 13 feet. It goes down. Roberts got his second basket of the night.
Well, there you go. If you're going to continue to give up open jump shots, you're not going to get back into this game.
Here's a good screen. Here's Z. Off the mark and a chance to trim it to single digits. Charlotte has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Roberts passes to Zeller. Teardrop shot. Wizards trailed by 12. Now here is Miller. Right now averaging 5 points a game. He dishes it to Seraphin. Again, the Wizards score.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Screen by Jefferson. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
A tough call there on that illegal screen.
He didn't look set to me, Steve. I thought that was a good call.
Biombo is checked in for the Hornets. Over to the left wing. Blair is screen on Stevenson. Z. He's guarded by Stevenson. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Z. And it's the Hornets with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
A lot of fans focused on that Philadelphia matchup. Big game for them.
Miller outside. Here's Z. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Roberts. He has 5. 11 feet away, and he gets it to go. And now a 12-point Charlotte lead. 1:31 left to play here in the third. Here's the screen. The pass to Z. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Henderson's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yeah, well deserved. And they have worked their tails off on the glass.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Kevin, there's no doubt in Charlotte a much improved defense last season. Coach Steve Clifford said, to take the next step, we're going to have to become more balanced, play the same level of defense, and do a better job offensively. We need more aspects to our offense. For one, consistency getting up the floor and attacking before the defense is set. And they do it, we'll see, guys.
They've added some pieces, Doris. We'll see how they do. Seraphin, and that one's good. Seraphin's got 6 here in this quarter.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Charlotte leading by 12. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Roberts dishes to Henderson. Lets it go from 11. Good D by Miller. The Wizards shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. To the inside. And Webster kicks to Miller. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Feeds it to Roberts. Dishes to Bianca. Stevenson with it. Out guarded by Z. And the Hornets miss again. It could go.
Wow.
Oh, a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How did he get that to go down?
A nice release and some good concentration as well, but the biggest thing about that, a whole lot of luck.
Checked in. So for the Wizards. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question about it. That will be all she wrote.
So on the floor for Washington. Z in its shooting guard. Blair is out there with Kevin Seraphin. And it's Webster. And it's Miller in at the 1 spot. He's perfect from the line this time.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Pass to Z for 3. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Z's got it back down to single digits for Washington.
Andre Miller, one of the best dime droppers around.
Charlotte's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Biombo, and he uses the glass on the layup.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
No good from Z. And here comes Kid Gilchrist. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business.
Well, Al, this was a game where you guys seemed to